Hey everyone. The fifth war of the season, and I need to go and quickly get my heart rate down from 180 because the boss fight of this war got a bit hectic. Oh my god, why did I do this to myself? Anyway, starting off on the main account, we've got Salty versus Bolt. Both alliances 3-0 at the moment, both tied for first place. So we've got like the classic battle of first and second. Early in the season though, so like it's not guaranteed whoever wins this will get war champ, but like whoever does win it puts themselves in pole position essentially. Cause Newn has lost a war, GT has lost a war, LVT is taking a season off. You know, pretty much everyone around has lost a war, so whoever wins this is like in pole position with a war ahead of everyone. So started off with the first fight. I had to take this torch out. Take this enchantress out with torch. Same old fight as usual. I'm debating ranking a node 3 red skull counter, like a Corvus or something, purely because every single war I have to double on this lane, and it's not interactive sometimes. But anyway, he's dead. Wow, who cares? Alright, on to section 2, we're on path 7 with the Thorns node. Carolina was free this war, which I think that's the first time this season. So we've got Carolina versus this Zola. Essentially, just play Carolina normally, just stay in the sun. Do something that I'm unable to do and just stay in the sun. And yeah, you'll cook her. Try and avoid parrying, but like it doesn't really matter because you've got that like really long stun. And basically, this fight is just easy, you know. You can parry if you want to. You'll get a guaranteed parry because of the instinct buff on yourself. Yeah, I apply 6 incinerates. I've got 3 energy, 4 energy vulnerabilities on them. Charge up another SB2, fire it off. And they're dead. Carolina is a based and balanced champion. So yeah, that was an easy fight. And then the one after, we've got a leader. Leader's tactic. So obviously we're going to use tactic here because, yeah, you kind of need to this season. There's a few champs who can get around it, but yeah, you pretty much need tactic this season. We've got Future Ant-Man, the usual. And yeah, this placement, I'm assuming this placement was either intended for a path split or just to like make the person bring 2 different champions, because like there's not really anyone who can do a non-tactic Zola and a tactic leader on this lane. There might be someone who I'm forgetting, but yeah, the distinction of tactic versus non-tactic is quite big this meta. But anyway, I have Future Ant-Man. I literally don't care about whatever he's doing. Like, oh no, he's hitting me. Grr, leader hits like a wet noodle. So yeah, and yeah, I'm just going to keep intercepting him to pay him back for all the times when I've tried to use him in BGs and the opponent has intercepted me. So yeah, leader is just bad. So now I'm just going to go to SB2 and just wipe him off the face of the universe. Essentially, he's just a bad Megamind. Bye-bye, buddy. Metrocity is not yours. I hope some people understand that reference. Alright, next one, and we've got this Cassandra on the node 38, and this is a pretty easy fight. The only thing about this fight is, obviously, because it is node 38, it has the debuff immunity on knockdown, so I'm not going to be able to like do a 3 disintegrate SB2. We're just going to throw SB2s. I do this to get the tactic up. That's why I did that one. But in general, we're just going to be throwing SB2s because, yeah, SB1 does not give you an extra disintegrate on this node because Cassandra is against that. And she's bald at Gabe. But anyway, this is a pretty easy fight. Like I was saying, is essentially just keep Cassandra to an SB1 and she will do absolutely nothing to you. I did the boss fight, like, was it last war? Maybe the one before. No, it was the one before. And yeah, if you keep it to SB1, she does nothing. Like here, I accidentally send it to SB2, and yeah, it does do a little bit of damage to me, but not too much. I'll also heal it with these rage debuffs on me. But yeah. I throw an SB1 there just to get a re-up of the tactic and to knock down because, like, yeah, Future Ant-Man does some silly damage on basic combos with that Fury. Especially because it boosts the power detonation bursts as well. Re-up the tactic. There we go. Nice. And now, yeah, I'm essentially just going to go in and take her off the planet. Wow, very good damage. Cassandra is bad defender. Yay! Alright, then I had to quickly wait for some pre-fights coming on, and we've got a Captain Britain on node 49. What have we sent for this before? Because I've not done this before, and it's been... I think we used to send Solvark, but sometimes planning for Solvark is a bit just annoying. You know, like, there is better tactic champs than him this season. But we found out that Future Ant-Man can do it. Essentially, you just got to power start 1, and the disintegration lasts longer than a bar of power. So, a bar of power from Polka Dot, I mean. So, yeah, essentially you can loop SB1s and eventually get up to your SB2 and just take her off the map. The important thing here is I've got the special power drain maker pre-fight on, which gets rid of a safeguard, which means my Future Ant-Man can do big damage on his SB2. There's the instant dot one on as well to increase the SB2 burst, but that's not needed. That's just kind of here. Pretty much for this fight, just keep an endurance up, and you can do this. You can kind of heavy counter her. I think it's depending on what frame you dex, because it seemed a bit off occasionally. Like, sometimes I felt like way too far away to do it, but sometimes both hits would connect. But yeah, it's a pretty easy fight overall. Just watch your your neuro shocks. And yeah, you'll just cook her. Because now I'm just waiting to get up to another SB2. My disintegration comes back. And now, yeah, I'm just going to get to an SB2, fire it off, bye-bye. Pretty easy fight. Some health loss, but as Captain Britain, she loves neuro shocking you into next week. Okay, now we've got Jean. Jesus Christ, this was interesting. Essentially, I just played this fight completely shit and nearly paid the price for it. So that at the start was weird. I've never had her get the intercept in before me. But, okay, it's fine. I've got the tactic up. Who cares? Start building my armors up. Nice. Armors are now pretty much up. Surging swarms on. 2 disintegrates, power detonation. Yeah, everything's fine, isn't it? This is going to be a really easy fight. Oh god, I'm going to hate everything. But anyway, we're getting a little bit of willpower healing. Not much because there was a decent few exhaustions on me. But, you know, you do get a lot of healing in this fight, which is nice. So yeah, I've got 2 disintegrates on. I'm going to try and have this power detonation fully expire to get me the 3rd disintegrate. We've got 4 stacks of endurance up, about to be 3. Keep pausing with the intercepts. The maker pre-fights are going to fall off here, which is kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. That I shouldn't have done. I don't know why I decided to throw the relics so that I throw this into into the shield. I should have thrown it before the shield. And my last hit probably would have nuked the entire shield down. Because I didn't have a taunt up. But anyway, like, this still seems fine, you know. We're a minute 30 in, and there's over a third of the health gone. Also, this is Puppy's Gene. Fucking Puppy. But anyway, everything still seems fine. I probably should have heavied there, but it doesn't actually matter. The disintegrate expires. Power detonation to give me a disintegrate. We're back up at SB2. Now we can throw one. Don't know why I didn't throw that. I just think I'm just being stupid. Right, that thing confused me. That confused me. I don't know if it was just I missed the frame or something, but I threw a light attack so that I think it was because I don't know. I think how it worked was essentially Future Ant-Man's light attack should disable his highest special attack. I think it was I reached my SB3 after it disabled the highest special. So it technically disabled my SB2. I don't know, that was weird, but that was the main thing that dicked me in this fight. This now got hectic, because, like, that would have been another SB2, and Jean would be well below half health now. Meanwhile, in reality, there's 2 minutes 20 left, and she's still over half. So yeah, I wasn't... That was terrible timing on an interaction, but, you know, it happens. This is still theoretically fine. You know, I've got 3 disintegrations up. Throw on SB2. 2 hits go off, but then it gets... Then the endurance drops off. Jean goes unstoppable, so the other hits into the shield don't even break the shield back down, which was also bad. 2 minutes left to get a third of the health down. Yeah, this was just very interesting. At this point, I start trying to spam knockdowns to get lots of endurance, so that the taunt on me lasts, like, minimal time. Like, here, we spam another SB1. I've got 4 endurances on me now, so anything that comes on me will have, like, no duration. Like, there, that taunt just disappeared in about a second and a half. Then the unstoppable comes back up because I'm bad. And I throw the SB2 without the disintegrator, without the detonation up, because I'm bad. Yeah, essentially at this point, I was really panicking. I was like, oh, no, we're dead. We're so done. We are timing out to Jean. Because I had a 3 disintegrate SB2 ready. And that probably would have... Well, it wouldn't... I don't think it would have wrapped the fight up instantly, but, you know, it was pretty much done at that point. So, yeah. Getting the endurance up again. Gonna need to land an intercept after this, just so that I can pause them. And now we're gonna run to SB2. 30 seconds left, and still 25% health. And at this point, I'm like, shit, run, get the SB2, fire it with the taunt. Who fucking cares at this point? Taunt comes up, but because of 4 endurance, it goes down, and we kill her. Jesus Christ. Watch your endurance stacks. Don't be like me. Watch your endurance stacks. That's the closest I've had it this season. Every other one before this has been pretty smooth. But yeah, that was grim. That was terrifying. But okay, now onto the mini account. We are starting on Path 8, and there's this Yelena Belova. First time I've seen Yelena on Path 8 this season, but the doggo handles this well. Onslaught might have been fine, but I had fears that he'd hit the damage cap. So I was like, let's just use Wolf. He's never hitting damage cap, and it's still full moon, so, you know, may as well. But yeah, this fight is fine. It's essentially like a lot of the Yelenas I did last season and the season before. You just want to spam hitting the block, get up to your SB2s. You know, just play normal Wolf, and because of how his Rupture attack bonus works, it bypasses her cap. So yeah, this is a very easy fight overall. Just play it patiently. You know, it's a path fight. You don't need any speed. Nice little intercept there, though. First SB2, and yeah, you can see that it just melts. You know, below half health from a single SB2. Let's just do that again, and she just dies. But yeah. The minis war was, I believe, pretty smooth, apart from the last fight where I was an absolute imbecile. Yeah, the last fight, it was Onslaught versus Lumitrix. That could never go wrong, right? You know, I counter his miss, so I can just keep him at SB1. I can heavy counter it. It's just easy, right? How the hell did I nearly die to that? But anyway. Just waiting for the Howl to come back now so I can throw my SB2 with 10 charges. There we go. Dog Howl, SB2. Bye-bye, Yelena. See you later. So yeah, pretty easy fight. Didn't get clipped at all, so no damage taken. Yeah, pretty nice. Now onto the second fight. I technically could have wolfed this second fight, but the thing I don't like about Wolf versus Medusa is if she accidentally dashes in, your second medium hit can get auto-blocked. Whereas, like, obviously if you're just using a normal champion with a single medium, if she accidentally dashes in and you intercept, you do the medium hit, but then you have time to react and get away, because she can only block your second hit. So yeah, starting off here with Kushala, essentially my plan is just spam SB1s. I'm giving her extra energize with my ignition, which is fine. It just means I nullify more stuff. But yeah, essentially I'm just in a race against time to keep nullifying stuff. And here, yeah, we lose the race. Because I get clipped, but that's fine. I'm in an SB1, and you can see here, Medusa's dead. She's already dead. The Incinerates just do stupid damage when boosted, so yeah, that was an easy fight. My invul hits got used up, but hey, that's what they're there for, I guess. Okay, now on to Path 7, the Thorns node. We've got Solvark, Wolf again, just hit block, and yeah, Thorns is a noodle node, Solvark's a noodle. So yeah, double noodle, something pot noodle. But yeah, this fight I am going to hit occasionally just to get my power a little bit quicker, but it's fine. It's just you don't want to be hitting like full combos. Like there, I hit there, it doesn't matter. I took like what, 1%? Who cares? Just don't start throwing full combos. You know, just occasional hits and SB2s, and yeah, they'll just die at a pretty reasonable rate. This Solvark was also on Awaken, so there's no, what's it called? I forgot the name of it. Steadfast, there we go. Yeah, there's no Steadfast when I try to hit him unblockable, so that's fine. Yeah, already down to 40% from 1 SB2. So yeah, this is another easy one. You know, path fights, even with these tanky champs, Wolf is 2 SB2s and they just die. So yeah, pretty tame overall. But this is where I start being a dunce. So, this is like pretty easy and like completely over, right? Let's throw an SB2. It's only with 8, sadly. But hey, still doing some good damage. He's ticking down. 6%, 5%. I get hit by that, which is annoying. I get hit again. Then I accidentally parry, so he's unblockable. Then I get intercepted, and I'm like, okay, let's calm down, mate. Have this. Throw an SB1 into him, just to push him back, create space. Activate my curse to get a bit of healing, and just kill him. How I almost died to that at the end, I have no idea. I just kept getting hit. But anyway, that's fine. It's fine. Nothing happened. Jesus Christ, that was scary. But anyway, now we thankfully, thanks Domino's for trying to get me to order pizza. Thankfully though, that was my last wolf fight, and we've got 3 onslaught fights now, so there was no real like detriment to taking all that health apart from raising my heart rate. So yeah, we've got this path Rintra. It's a nothing node. This is only placed to try and get you to use 2 different champions. A bit like on the main with the Zola and leader combo. But yeah, I could wolf this. You know, wolf is probably the one champ who can do both fights very easily. But hey, I want to get some onslaught fights in. I've not really used onslaught this season, despite him being like one of my favourite champs, because I've been mostly stuck on Shang-Chi and Future Ant-Man work. And Torch, good old Torch. Somehow not died to that Enchantress yet. I am waiting for the day when that Enchantress gets me. You know, it's inevitable, you know. She's going to auto-block me 8 times in a row and just end me. You know, it'll happen. And it'll be funny when it happens, but it'll also be fucking annoying. But anyway. This Rintra, I've thrown my SB1. My Daunted is decently high. My Neuros are decently high. Let's just go SB2 and take him off the planet. Degens, 14 up, 15 up. Gets the Unstoppable because of some crazy good RNG on his behalf. Doesn't matter though, because I will just be able to pause these Degens before they expire. Nice. Get off another heavy, and yeah. SB1, the Daunted potency goes up again, and dead. Pretty easy fight. Only got clipped because of that lovely RNG. But anyway. Attuma, node 37, the one where they purify 5 things. Because it's a purify and not a cleanse, Onslaught will turn whatever he purifies into a passive, if it's the Daunted or the Magnetism. So, yeah. That's only because it's purify, though. If it was read as cleansed, then he wouldn't be purified. He wouldn't be converting shit. Main thing in this fight I'm going to be doing is when Atuma's in the route, I am just going to spam heavies to get quick Daunted up. Very easy overall, though. It's just Attuma, and you are Onslaught. You know, you counter him pretty much every way. Just when he gets to 20 hydration, I just switch strategy and start doing the parry for the passive heavy. But yeah, we can see that I've got 3 passive Daunted, 2 passive Magnetism, just from, like, when he's used his ability. I heavy into Relic, though, to get the mini healing, and then I just wipe him off the face of the earth. So yeah, we had like 15 Daunted at the end of that fight, so he was obviously going to die. And now on to Lumitrix, on the Aspect of Evolution node. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck I was doing here, but the plan was that I was going to get clipped. No, that wasn't the plan. The plan was to essentially not parry and heavy counter SB1s. It was only after this that I realised that heavy counter in the SB1 is like the Britain fight where it depends on what frame you dash back on. Like that, I tried it with a block into heavy, and he was able to get out of the way in time, which means I didn't pause anything, and my degens fell off. But at that point I was like, okay, this is fine. I've got like 10 neuros on you. It's fine. Then the dick lets them all expire, except one, so thankfully I can still heavy counter and not miss. So yeah, we've essentially just started the fight again. So I get up another set of neuros. Nice, 11 neuros. Up to 12. Throw your SB1, please. I got clipped by it. And then I get clipped by some big combos, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's not be dumb here. He throws that. I'm not a fan of. So I throw the SB2 into block, which does get rid of the invisibility, thankfully. And now I realise he's going to die as long as I don't get hit. So yeah, nearly killed myself. But it's fine. Everything is fine. But yeah, that's going to do it. Bolt did lose to Salty, so Salty is 4-0, along with MSKTT, the only 4-0 allies. Faye did lose to Newn. A bit of a sad war, but anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully Salty stays unbeaten.